Welcome. How to take accident scene photographs in your personal injury or wrongful death case. Today's video is a part of a series of videos on how to take proper injury and accident photographs. These are critical to the value of your case, your credibility, and simplifying your life over the next 2 to 3 years. My name is Matt Hamilton. I'm an injury and death trial attorney. I regularly practice in this area, and I intend this video to help you, either the victim or the attorney, do a better job, make your life easier. The scene photographs distinguish themselves from either your car, your injuries, or other types, and it's important to know why we're doing this. There are 3 reasons. First of all, imagine every photograph that you're taking as an exhibit that you're going to present at trial. Why are you going to use these photographs? Well, first of all, you're going to have a witness on the stand describing something. The vehicle, the scene, the layout, the weather, the traffic. All of these things are better described by using a photograph. It's like the old axiom, a picture's worth 1,000 words. It certainly supplements your testimony. The second reason this is important is because it bolsters the credibility of your witness. It's nice to have the jury see everything, every word that comes out of their mouth backed up by a photograph. It will start an anchoring process where the jury will naturally believe what they have to say. Third, it helps your investigation process because it allows you to see things when you're remote in time away from the event or remote in distance away from the event and otherwise preparing your case. It helps your strategy. And fourth, it helps destroy the credibility of liars because you have the actual evidence and photographs. So when what they describe is not backed up by the reality on the scene, you can prove that. So it's just a good way to document everything in your case. So what to do? First, you need to ask yourself, is this accident scene going to change? Is it a construction site? Is there a weather issue? Is there debris on the ground that's going to be gone? If it's going to change, then you need to stop whatever you're doing and get out there and take those photographs now. It's never a bad time to get out there and take photographs. I have been out to accident scenes the day after the event. On the very night, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, you're out there with a camera and a flash taking photographs because it's going to change by the morning. If that's what's necessary, you need to do it immediately. Question 1, is the scene going to change? If it is, take the photographs now. If it's not, I would still try to get out there soon because you never know what might happen. And once it happens, it's spilt milk and it's already ruined. So, timing's an issue. The second thing you need to look at is how similar is the scene right now when you're going to be photographing versus the time of the accident. Try to pair it up weather-wise, the terrain, is there snow on the ground, is the grass green, are the leaves the same? Try to pair it up so that it's as similar to the process, as similar to the accident as you can get. That way, the other attorney can't go up and take your photograph and say, oh no, it's not the same, the leaves are brown now and they were green at the time, or there's snow on the ground and it wasn't, or the sky was blue and this photograph shows clouds. Be careful about that. The next thing you need to do is choose a lens for your camera. Now if you're using an iPhone or some sort of mobile device, that's what you've got and just use it. But if you have a professional DSLR camera, make sure that you're choosing your lens, whether it's from telescopic or 35 millimeter or 50 millimeter, that matches up with what you want to produce. Because the lens itself will alter what's otherwise an accurate photograph. So you need to be cognizant of whether your lens is pulling an issue in lens away, pulling a scene towards each other, appearing to collapse a distance or lengthen a distance. Be aware of your lens because it can change things. So, you've got to the scene. You're there taking photographs. What do? The first thing you do is simply take a 360-degree angle from the place that this event happened. Simply turn around and take photographs in every direction. That way, if you later come back and you need to see something important, you have those photographs. The second thing you need to do is make sure that the weather is included within your photographs. Somebody's going to be describing that. If it's the same type of weather, you want to demonstrate that from the accident scene. You want the jury in their mind going through it as if they're actually standing there at the time. Third, and very importantly, especially at the time, you need to photograph skid marks. Look on the ground if it's an accident scene. If there's anything that relates or was caused by the accident itself, you need to photograph that and demonstrate it to the jury. So skid marks, shakedown, which is parts of a vehicle or something else that's been broken apart in the accident, any marks on the road, do that. And when you're doing it, take a tape measure out. Take one with and take one without the measurement. That way you can later get an accurate view of just how big or small everything is. Okay, so look for debris, look for skid marks. Third, I want you to get away from the scene. Remember, your first section are at the point where the injury or death occurred. Now I want you to get away from it and try it from different angles. Get up high if you can. I have climbed telephone poles. I've stood on top of my SUV. Do what you've got to do. Get a broad layout from some other person's advantage so that if you're describing the layout of the scene, you can do so accurately with a very good descriptive photograph. Okay, so start close by, end far away. Next, I want you to take photographs of the movement around the scene. And by movement, I mean traffic or people or construction equipment. Whatever it is that you're doing, switch over to video mode and look and take photographs and document the movement that's at the scene. Somebody might be describing what the construction was like at the time, or what the traffic was like at the time, or how long of a distance various things happened. I'm telling you, I have had multiple jury trials that have been decided on this very issue. People don't quite know, and that you'll have a witness describe, it took 8 seconds for the vehicle to get there, or it took 3 seconds for me to turn. Go ahead and get it and videotape that. I'll give you 2 examples. Number 1, stand at the location of the injury or the death and take the movement as to time so you've accurately described it from the victim's standpoint. Then get in the vehicle or whatever apparatus was used in the accident and then take it time-wise from there. Simply hold your camera out as you're driving or as you're moving it and pass the scene so you can take it from the defendant's standpoint. Remember, this could bolster the credibility or this could be used for impeachment, and you want to have it for both, not to mention you're preserving evidence. Last, look for the lighting. Make sure the sun's in the right position. If there's traffic lights, make sure that they're being documented. Is it a slip and fall or some sort of other accident and you want to see is it light or dark at the time? Pay attention to this. Now some of this can be altered in post-production so that it's as accurate as possible, but you want to pay attention at the scene. Well, that's taking photographs of an accident scene. Remember, I want you to go through your file and determine what special issues are unique to this particular case you're working on, and make sure that you write down a list of exactly what you need to do and check it off at the time. Because when you're out at the accident scene, you're going to forget something, and it may be something that you can't make up later on. So make your list, take it with you, especially special issues with your case. Well, if you have additional questions, I want you to visit my website where we provide additional details. And if you fail to find those there, give my office a call. I'd be happy to help. I've done this many times. I'm Matt Hamilton. Thank you for joining me.